was fished today, another man has gone out to sea. Another fisherman was lost today, life is moving on in Wendy. Another fisherman was fished today, another man has gone out to sea. Another fisherman was lost today, life is moving on in Wendy.
There was nothing so very particular, perhaps, about the appearance of the elderly man I saw. He was brawn and browny like most old seamen, and heavily rolled up in blue pilot cloth cut in the Quaker style. Only there was a fine and almost microscopic network of the minutest wrinkles round his eyes, which must have arisen from his continual sailings in many hard gales, and always looking to windward, for this causes the muscles about the eyes to become pursed together. Such eye wrinkles are very effectual in a scowl. "Is this the captain of the Pequod?" said I. Is this... Is this the captain of the Pequod? said I, advancing to the door of the tent. Oh. "Supposing it be the captain of the Pequod, what dost thou want of him?" he demanded. "I was thinking of shipping." "Thou wast thou? I see thou art no Nantucketer. Ever been in a stove boat?" "No, sir, I never have." "Dost know nothing about whaling, I dare say? Eh?" "Nothing, sir, but I have no doubt I shall soon learn. I've been several voyages in the merchant service, and I think that—" "Merchant service be damned! Talk not that lingo to me. Dost thou see that leg? I'll take that leg away from thy stern if ever thou's talking of the merchant service to me again. Merchant service indeed. I suppose now ye feel considerable proud of having served in those merchant ships, but flukes, man! What makes thee want to go a whaling, eh? Looks a little suspicious, don't it, eh? Hast thou not been a pirate, hast thou? Did thou rob thy last captain, didst thou? Dost thou now think of murdering the officers when thou gettest to sea? I protested my innocence of these things. I saw that under the mask of these half-humorous innuendos, this old seaman, as an insulated Quakerish Nantucketer, was full of all of his insular prejudice and rather distrustful of all aliens, unless they hailed from Cape Cod or the Vineyard. But what takes thee a whalin'? I want to know that before I think of shipping ye." "Well, sir, I want to see what whaling is. I want to see the world." "Want to see what whaling is, eh? Have ye clapped an eye on Captain Ahab? Who is Who is Captain Ahab, sir? Aye. I thought so. Captain Ahab is the captain of this ship. I am mistaken then. I thought I was speaking to the captain himself. Thou art speaking to Captain Peleg. That's who ye speaking to, young man. It belongs to me, and Captain Ballad see the Pickwood fitted out for voyage and supplied with all our needs, including crew. We are part owners and agents, but as I was going to say, if thou wantest to know what whaling is, as thou tellest you do, I can ye in a way of finding it out before you bind yourself to it, pass backing out. Clap eye on that Captain Ahab, young man, and thou will find that he has only one leg. What do you mean, sir? Was the other one lost by a whale? Lost by a whale! Young man, come nearer to me. It was devoured, chewed up, crunched by the monstrous parmaceti that ever chipped a boat. Aye. I was a little alarmed by his energy, perhaps also a little touched at the hearty grief in his concluding exclamation, but said as calmly as I could, "What you say is no doubt true enough, sir, but how could I know there was any peculiar curiosity in that particular whale? Though indeed I might have inferred as much from the simple fact of the accident. Look ye now, young man. Thy lungs are sort of a soft eye seed. Thou stones not talk shark a bit. Sure you've been to sea before now, sure of that?" "Sir," said I thought I told you I had been on 4 voyages in the merchant." "Hard down out of that! Mind what I said about the merchant service! Don't aggravate me, I won't have it, but let us understand each other. I have given thee a hint about what whaling is. Do you yet feel inclined for it?" "I do, sir. But let us understand each other. I have given thee a hint about what whaling is. Do you yet feel inclined to it? Inclined for it?" "I do, sir." "Very good. Now, art thou the man to pitch a harpoon down a live whale's throat and then jump after it? Answer quick!" I am, sir. If it should be positively indispensable to do so, not to get rid of, that is, which I don't take to be the fact. Good again. Now then, thou not only wantest to go a whaling to find out by experience what whaling is, but ye also want to go in order to see the world? Was not that what you said? I thought so. Well then, just step forward there and take a peep over the weather bow and then back to me and tell me what you see there. For a moment, I stood a little puzzled by this curious request, not knowing exactly how to take it, whether humorously or in earnest, but concentrating on all his crow's feet into one scowl, Captain Peleg started me on the errand. Going forward and glancing over the weather bow, I perceived that the ship swinging to her anchor with the flood tide was now obliquely pointing towards the open ocean. The prospect was unlimited, the exceedingly monotonous and forbidding, not the slightest variety that I could see. "Well, what's the report?" said Peleg when I came back. "What did you see?" "Not much," I replied. "Nothing but water. Considerable horizon, though, and there's a squall coming up, I think." "Well, dost thou What dost thou think then of seeing the world? Do you wish to go round Cape Horn to see any more of it, eh? Can't you see the world where you stand? I was a little staggered, but go a-whaling I must. And I would, and the Pequod was as good a ship as any. I was a little staggered, but go a-whaling I must, and I would. And the Pequod was as good a ship as any. I thought the best, and all this I now repeated to Peleg. Seeing me so determined, he expressed his willingness to ship me. And thou mayest as well sign the papers right off, he added. Come along with ye. And so saying, he led the way below deck into the cabin. Eel in your bowl? Where's your harpoon?